Arsenal SLR107R or SLR107-11 back on the show, and we have crossed 3,000 rounds behind us, and I will go straight to the point, enough with the bullshit talk. So we started the day with a Sand Tornado, and the first time we have run the Sand Tornado, rifle did all 30 rounds like a champ, but the Ulla told me basically, hey, I'm not so sure, that sand was kind of wet, you know, maybe we should repeat the test. So this is what we did. I cleaned up the rifle after the first one, and we have run it the Sand Tornado second time. So the SLR is getting a special treatment from us, and the second time it went, I think, 21 rounds, and it stopped. It was a stoppage, but guys, it wasn't the Arsenal fault, it was the magazine fault. The magazine follower in that FAB Defense magazine got sent into the follower, and that stopped the action of the follower and didn't push the round forward. So there you go. Very good performance of Arsenal SLR107R at the Sand Tornado. And then after cleaning the rifle out and preparing, you know, mounting the camera, we went for the water challenge. And the water is a little bit, there's a lot of mud at the bottom of the pond because of the rains and everything. And this is something what I have never seen would happen in the pond. After I reel back the rifle from the water, I noticed there was a lot of mud all around here and the chamber. So basically I removed the original magazine, which was used just as the plug to keep the, you know, mud from coming to the receiver. I dumped the water, put the new magazine, and immediately I couldn't close the chamber. So I knew there's something right here. So I cleared the round from the chamber. I, you know, racked a few times and put the charging handle back, I mean magazine back, and closed the rifle. And we went through a few rounds, and then there was a stoppage, and you could see the mud was all over the rifle. This was the mud from the creek. So I don't know what happened in that creek, but it looks like we hit something, you know, and it bring a lot of mud to the rifle. We give it a traditional AK cleaning. This is the beauty of AK. If you have something going on inside the rifle, it's easy to access it. So basically we use the creek to flush out all the dirt, and then I continue to expand the whole magazine. Rifle performed flawlessly. But the facts are, on the water creek challenge, the rifle kind of choked on that magazine, and this just shows you guys that sometimes you just need a little bit of the dirt in the correct place, and boom, the rifle will stop malfunctioning. So, but overall, the double run on the Sand Tornado, an outstanding performance in the Sand Tornado, on the Sand Tornado. That second time there was really tons of sand going all over the places, and the rifle performed like a champ in my eyes on this. But that being said, let me take the annihilator combo off and dive in underneath of the hood. We'll try to wipe it off for the pictures, but it is what it is, guys. You know, we are in the field conditions here, okay? The recoil spring is looking perfectly fine. Nothing going on there. Now, we talk about it. This is the deformation of the receiver right here, right in this area in the middle, where the pin for the trigger hammer is going through, and that receiver is kind of, if you will look from this perspective, it's going like smiling on you. Not much, but that gap is visible, and I'll take a picture, so you should be watching them in front of your eyes. Now let me pull out the bolt and the bolt carrier. The rifle is still warm, guys. It's amazing, but we are always monitoring temperature, making sure we are not overheating the metal. All right, the bolt, I will start with the bolt. Why not? The firing pin on the back is looking good to me, and up front I do not see much either, and the extractor claw is looking good, and all the locking lugs and the front of the bolt is looking good. On the back, everything is looking beautiful, guys. This is absolutely nice and smooth surfaces. Nothing is happening here. We had one legit malfunction. I mean legit, I mean not connected to either mud or sand. But again, it wasn't the rifle's fault. It was the Wolf ammo fault. And you can see the picture. What happened was the primer was struck by the firing pin, but the round didn't go off. So I took pictures and I'm reporting basically a misfire.
Whoa,
all right, at this point. So bolt is looking good. Bolt is looking good. Let me have a look at the bolt carrier. And are we progressing on that deformation of the tail? Not that much, guys. I don't think so. I think this thing stopped, to be honest with you. As always, you probably are seeing a better pictures because on the HD screen you can see really big. But I honestly, this is nothing. I think so that this is doing perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm not concerned about that tail on the bolt carrier at all. Here in the channel, we are looking good too. Any areas, if you see something, guys, say something. As I said, you have better pictures when watching that video than from what I'm seeing with my naked eyes right now. Here the pin for the rivet for the piston is looking good, and the piston head is looking perfectly fine as well. So the bolt carrier is holding up nicely. I do not see anything jumping out of place on it. Let me have a look at the trigger hammer, because as you guys know, I told you that the basically trigger hammer is being reprofiled by the bolt carrier, and this is the original Arsenal fire control group. And this trigger is actually awesome. Not awesome, it's good. It's good. I really like this trigger. I think so it's an upgrade from their previous design, which wasn't so good. But the trigger hammer is holding up, and I think so that deformation is finally fading off. So the bolt carrier shaped the trigger hammer, those humps, and I don't even know why they have those humps. Why not do that, like a mold, ejection mold, and already have a nice metal formed at the beginning, but whatever. All right, inside the bullet guide is looking cool. Not much going on. Trunnion. Let me touch the edges. Everything is awesome here. I like that. I like touching the things with my fingers in the tight spaces. That sounds weird. Okay, but the trunnion is looking awesome. Chamber. Let me have a quick look into the chamber, and it survived twice the tornado. Chamber is looking good. Look at the bottom at the trunnion, and this is looking good as well. And our rivets on the trigger guard and the trigger, this is all looking good, guys. Here all these rivets are holding up. I do not see any motion on the rivets. They are all looking good, and I do not have a complaints about those rivets. We did talk about the deformation of the receiver over here, but that's rifle cycles, and that's it's going. We'll see what's going to happen at the end. All here is looking good. Now let me pull the lever out and remove the gas tube. And the gas tube outside is looking perfectly fine from the inside portion, and on the top our cheese grater is holding up great. And time for the Pirate. And inside the gas tube everything is looking good as well. I do not see any deformations or missing pieces. Let me check the barrel, because really we put up a lot of heat, a lot of magazine dumps today, and I do not see the flaking of the barrel on the finish, which is freaking awesome. Finally, I have Arsenal which is not flaking off the finish on the barrel, so that's good. Let me flip for you the rear post quick look underneath of the rear post. There was a question from someone, Rap, why you are checking the rear leaf on the rear side post? Because we had a rifle which were, you know, during the drops, basically the rear leaf was cracking from the drops, so that's always not worth, you know, checking. All right, speaking about that discolorization around the gas block, guys, at this point I will roll with it that this is probably a rust. Okay, I did try that out. I thought maybe it's like salts after the manufacturing coming out from it, or maybe a grease. I did tasted this with my tongue in the last episode, and no, it didn't have that oil or greasy taste. So at this point I'll roll with that this is you know, some rusty discolorization. So it is what it is. Inside the gas block we're looking perfectly fine. I'm looking under the light to have a better view. All is looking good here. Pins are on this side holding up, this side as well, and the front post is looking tight and good. And the Meridian Defense BD2 brake on the rifle, going through the 5,000 rounds challenge. This brake, we added this brake to our store. It's a nice option for those who are looking purely for the muzzle control and they're not concerned with the flashes, because you're going to have flashes with this muzzle device, but it's working well for the controlling the muzzle rise. Everything here is looking good. Everything on the rear trunnion is holding nicely. I'll try to wipe it off. It's still a little bit sand left, but I do not see any deformations on the rear trunnion. Maybe a little bit. No, not much. You should be seeing pictures. And rivets are looking okay, and they are not moving or anything, right? Nope, they are looking good. All right, pretty much that's it, guys. One more thing, the bullet, not the bullet, but the barrel pin. Barrel pin is beautifully done. It's all standing up. Stay tuned for the no-go test. We'll assemble the rifle and perform the no-go test, and we'll go from there. Let's go. And nothing, stiff resistance. There's no way to force that gauge inside. One more time. Nope, it's holding up. And the Arsenal SLR107R just has been cleared for another 1,000 rounds run after really big and tiring day for that machine.